Yes, so Assalamualaikum and Salam Sejahtera. So now we're going to learn about the water purification method. Okay, there are four methods to purify water that we need to remember for Form 2. Okay, there are actually more, but we only have to remember only four for Form 2. Okay, so water purification method. So there are four. First is boiling. Okay, and then second is filtering or filtration, kamu tapiskan, okay, and then distilling ataupun distillation, and the fourth is the chlorination. Okay, so chlorination, you add chlorine in the water, okay, to kill microorganism, but we're going to discuss it um, more extent after this. Okay, so we have to know what is water purification. What does it mean when you purify a water? Okay, so water purification, or when you purify a water, it means that you has removed the dirt or harmful contaminated substances in the water. Okay, um, so this means when you purify a water is purified from all of the contaminated stuff and also all contaminated organism. Okay, for example, you can remove microorganism, you can remove any unwanted liquid, you can remove any impurities. Okay, so for example, if there is like a presence of stone or salt or any element that it is that not needed in the water for us to drink, you can filter out this type of impurities from the water, and this is what does it means by water purification. Okay, so you ensure that through water purification the water is safe. Okay, the water is clean for human consumption. Okay, or other human activity usage. Okay, so water purification you can do it in a small scale. Okay, so for in a small scale, in a big scale, so water purification is in the small scale. For example, your household purification, how you purify your water, how do you maintain the water from um, the growth of microorganism, for example, okay, or any particles that you don't want in your water, you can just boil. Okay, if not, then you can use in the water you can add hypochlorite, chlorine tablets, and potassium permanganate. Okay, this has been used as an disinfection. Okay, disinfectant. So for example, if you have water and then you add a chlorine, so it will be a chlorine solution. So this chlorine solution act as a disinfect. So when you put this chlorine solution in a water or in aquarium, this means the microorganism um, you can kill the microorganism in that water, in that fish pond or in that aquarium. Okay, so hypochlorite is also a type of disinfect. Okay, so iodine is the easiest. For example, if you have a cut or when you have like a small wound and then you put some iodines, you want to kuning kan? So this is a type of disinfectant. Okay, so other than that, you also have household filtration. So for example, when you have water filter, it is considered as a water purification using small scale. Okay, so disinfection of well, when you have like well, for example, you can disinfect the well from microorganism or any unwanted particles. You can add bleaching powder. So bila kamu letak bleach powder, sebut-sebut yang pencuci tu, dia akan bersihkanlah your well, for example. That is the small scale. Not for any industry. So for any industry, it's like double up, triple up this kind of amount that you use in your household. we use people use much more in the industrial scale, in the bigger scale. So one of the water purification method is boiling, right? So the advantage of boiling is that it is simple and effective method of purification, and then it will kill many waterborne bacteria through the intense heat and use local available materials. So for example, if you have water and then you just boil dekat bawah api, berkira, okay, at home, so you purify your water. So you kill the bacteria, you kill the waterborne microorganism bacteria by heat. You boil your water. But the disadvantages of this, sometimes it can be difficult, time consuming. So for example, if you want to boil like 10 liter of water, then it's going to take long for you to actually achieve that 100 degree Celsius for you to purify your water. And also, if you boil, it will not be able to remove mud, and also it will not able to remove any suspended or dissolved compound. So for example, if you have in your water, you have any kind of liquid or any kind of solute that you don't want to have in your water, if you boil, you will not be able to remove that kind of solute, that kind of particle, or that kind of liquid that you don't want in your water. Jadi itulah keburukan dia. Kalau kamu sudah boil, ada benda yang kamu tidak boleh hilangkan. Okay, so like I said just now, simple and effective method of purification. Kamu just masak je air dekat stove, okay, and it can kill waterborne bacteria, but like I say here, time consuming, cost inefficient, and also you can't remove a few particles, a few substances, a few particles and a few unwanted substances even after you have boiled the water. Okay, so filtering. So filtering is another water purification method. So this filtering, actually you can remove chemical contaminants. For example, to remove um, chemical contaminants. So for example, paling senang dalam lab, you have filter panel, filter paper, and when you pour, it will filter out the solute, or it will filter out any excess of solute, okay, and you will get pure water. But the problem is, here for filtering is that sometimes it fails to remove microbiological ones, for example bacteria. So if you filter out using a filter funnel in the lab, or if you filter out using your water filter, you won't be able to 100% remove microorganism or bacteria. So it does not really purify a water, okay, your water. So we have another one is distillation. So distillation is the method used to purify water. Okay, they have advantages and disadvantages. So the advantages are that it can remove a broad range of contaminant from the water source. So for example, if you do this distillation method, then you can remove a few of contaminants that boiling or filtration won't be able to remove. Okay, but the disadvantage is that it requires a ton of maintenance in order to ensure its purity. So this means it is not cost efficient, and it needs a lot of maintenance, so you won't be able to have like a really pure um, water, okay, if you do not maintain these distillation apparatus. So it is not really the most efficient way unless if you do it in the industrial. For example, if one factory produce a distilled water using a distillation method, then yeah. But if we use in a small scale, then it will cost much more. Compare if you do it in bulk in a huge amount, then it is much easier to do, and the maintenance would be Jadi sekali arrow, right? So another one you need to know about this solution is that we have this flask, okay, and then you just heat up, for example, water here, and then the water vapor will pass through, and it will be cooled down in this area, and from water vapor you will get water again. So it changes, okay, the state of water is changed. So first you're gonna get water, then you gonna get macam asap lah, gas-gas, okay, water vapor. Tahu kan water vapor yang macam gas-gas. So for example, if you masak air, ada kan wap-wap air, right? And then ni dia akan cool down. So from water become water vapor, and it will become water again back, or it will become liquid. So from liquid it will become gas, it will become liquid again, then you will get your distilled water. That's how um you have your distilled water. Okay, so you boil, it will become liquid, it will become water, from water, and then it will become gas. Okay, and then it will become back to water because of the cooling method. Okay, so another one we have here is the chlorination. So chlorination is the easiest. If you have like a fish pond or you have aquarium, then you might know what is the meaning of chlorination. Okay, so chlorination is just you add bleach. Okay, you add chlorine in your water. So what we need is actually you boil the you just add the bleach, or you just add chlorine, and then inside the water, inside like a bucket of water, or maybe an aquarium, or maybe a pond, and then you just let it stand for 30 minutes, and it will work its way out. So it will kill out all of the microorganisms. Okay, it will kill out more a lot of microorganisms, not by heat actually, but actually by because of the bleach, okay, or because of the chlorine. So that's all for this video. As usual, if you have any question, you can always ask me. Okay, then we gonna watch another video, or we're gonna do exercises as usual.